If you suffer from dry scalp, lots of dandruff, large flakes, or constant itchiness, then today's video is just for you. So as most of us know, the seasons are changing, okay? And when the seasons change, our skin and our scalp tend to get a little bit drier. And for those of the girlies out there that already have dry skin and dry scalp like me, the change in the weather has been a little disruptive. So this video was really inspired by my godmom. She sends out daily devotionals every day that are spiritual and Christian related. And this is what she sent me today, and I knew that I had to make this video. All right, y'all, so this is what she texted. Are you spiritually ashy? Ashiness is a dermatological term referring to internal toxins. It indicates your body lacks the necessary minerals and nutrients to establish your pH balance. Hence, the internal imbalance surfaces externally, resulting in a dry and dead skin that hardens and cracks. Physical ashiness and spiritual ashiness are itchy, irritating, uncomfortable, and noticeable. But more importantly, they are avoidable with the proper physical and spiritual diet, exercise, and good hygiene. Again, are you spiritually ashy? So of course that's a devotional, and it goes on to talk about, your spirituality and, are you ashy from the Lord and getting connected and everything. But that part right there alone was a word. Really, the skin was supposed to be a comparison, but when I saw internal imbalance, that really sent me down a little rabbit hole, y'all. So I did a little bit of research, and I'm here to bring you all internal and external factors that you all can do to minimize and reduce that itchiness, that irritation, the inflammation, and everything like that on your scalp. So let's get into it. So starting out internally, we're gonna beef up our vitamin C, okay? I do take supplements every now and then, but I do prefer to get most of my nutrients through the food that I eat, because it's tastier that way. So vitamin C contains antioxidants that are good for your skin and they're good for your complexion. Vitamin C also can expedite wound healing. And if you have itchy scalp and you have flakes and you have dandruff, there's gonna be some level of a wound on your scalp, even if that's just inflamed follicles. So vitamin C is definitely good for helping you to kind of get a great balance on your skin. It protects you from pollution and UV rays, and overall it's just a great place to start. You can incorporate foods such as oranges, mandarins, grapefruit, lemons, and limes, and it's not going to be something that you're going to have to incorporate into your routine every day. I know if I had to eat a certain food every day, I would probably miss the mark, but you can start to think about what you can add to your diet. So can you eat 2 to 3 mandarins a week? I think you can. Not only is the weather changing, which can also impact like the dryness or the moisture levels of our skin, but in my latest video, I tried a hairstyle, and frankly, I didn't even get to finish that hairstyle because as I was going through, I just noticed that my scalp was very dry, it was very red, and it was very irritated. So I did a modified version of that style, and you should definitely always listen to your scalp, your hair, any parts of your body. If they're speaking to you, it's important that you listen to them because it could be an indicator that you need to give yourself care in an area or address something. So the next thing that we can talk about that you can incorporate into your lifestyle and into your diet are oils. And I'm not talking about your canola oil or your vegetable oil to fry up your chicken. I'm talking about oils that are natural oils such as olive oil and coconut oil that are really beneficial to your hair and skin. So olive oil is great because it contains what is known as squalene. Squalene is actually naturally found in our skin. It's one of the things that keeps our skin glands hydrated. So you can apply this topically, but you also can incorporate olive oil and coconut oil into your cooking. So if you're sauteing some chicken, why don't you try olive oil instead? Your skin may thank you in the long run. Olive oil is also anti-inflammatory. So if your scalp is itchy and you do have flakes coming off and you pick those out, that's fine so that you're not walking around with flakes on your scalp, but you'll notice that the scalp underneath is a little bit raw, it's a little bit puffy, and it might be a little inflamed around the follicles. This is something that you would want to address because inflamed follicles over time can lead to hair thinning and hair loss, and we don't want any permanent damage. We want to have the healthiest scalp and the healthiest hair as possible. There's actually another component within olive oil. I'll put the name on screen so I don't butcher it. But this component right here is beneficial for intense peeling, eczema, and psoriasis. Other foods that you want to incorporate for your healthy scalp include avocados, okay? Avocados have healthy fats which can slow aging, reduce dryness, and increase elasticity in the skin. Avocados contains both vitamin E and vitamin C, so as I was mentioning earlier, vitamin C is important. Vitamin E is important as well for helping you to maintain moisture, and it has those lipids that we're talking about, those fatty acids that really give your hair and scalp the moisture that it needs. So go ahead and get you some guac. Don't feel guilty about that. Enjoy it, eat it with some chips, and just know that you're helping the health of your scalp, the health of your hair, and the health of your skin. Another food group that contains essential vitamins and minerals for your hair and scalp are going to be nuts. These could be your walnuts, your Brazil nuts, your almonds, cashews. Nuts are a great healthy fat resource because they contain vitamins A, vitamins B, vitamin C, and vitamin E. Nuts are also anti-inflammatory. They increase your sebum production, which is needed for our scalp, especially if it's feeling dry and it's flaking. We need more sebum. And it increases moisture retention. The next thing that you want to do to increase the health of your scalp and reduce dryness and flakes is to eat foods that have a high water content. This will help out with internal hydration and any imbalance that may be there that's giving you a dry scalp. Personally, I love cucumber, okay? It's anti-inflammatory and it contains silica, which is the third most abundant trace mineral that we actually have in our skin. So silica is very important. Essentially, silica supports collagen so that we can have healthy skin, strong bones. It's basically, our entire makeup. Other high water content foods include watermelon, strawberries, cantaloupe, lettuce, bell peppers, cabbage, and on and on. You can continue to do your own research about foods high in water content, but you know that you would want to incorporate those into your diet. The point here is to eat your fruit and veggies. But for the carnivores and omnivores out here like myself, meat is not excluded from this list. Like the bears do, eating salmon and fish that are high in fatty acids is definitely going to be good for the moisture retention of your skin and for your scalp. As I've kind of been mentioning, fatty acids guard against dry, red, itchy, and inflamed skin and scalp. Other fish high in fatty acids include mackerel, sardines, and anchovies. And if you're not super into seafood, don't worry, because you can also get these omega-3s in certain cuts of beef and lamb. Just keep in mind that healthier source meat and veggies is always the best route to go if possible. And lastly, for the internal, seeds are also great in fatty acids. So if you have seeds like chia seeds or flax seeds that you may want to include in your smoothies or on your salads, that's also great to get you those nutrients that you need. You can also use the byproducts of these seeds topically. I personally love flaxseed gel for my hair, especially when I'm doing some sort of braid out or twist out. But here is a summation of the different foods that we can use to combat our dry and itchy scalp that I talked about in this video. If it's helpful, please do take a screenshot of this. Let me know down in the comments if you're already eating any of these foods or what foods you plan on incorporating into your diet at least 1 to 2 times a week. Now we're moving on to things that you can incorporate externally. These are some of the things that I've done for me and that have been working well so far, so I wanted to share them with you all. So the very first one is rosemary water. I've been using rosemary water for several months now, and it's definitely great for hair growth. But beyond that, rosemary water and rosemary in and of itself is actually anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and antifungal. So if you have anything going on in your scalp that might not be correct because your pH might be off, or if you have any sort of like yeast or anything growing there, rosemary may be beneficial for you. If you all are looking for more information on rosemary and more of the benefits of it, I do already have a rosemary video out on my channel, so I'll link that in the description box as well for you all to click on and get more information. The next thing that I would use on my scalp that I actually just purchased that I plan on incorporating into my routine is aloe vera juice. This is the bottle that I just got from Walmart today. I was like, before I even record this video, go out and purchase it, okay? So I love aloe. I've used aloe in the past on my hair and scalp when I know that I kind of just have gone too long without moisturizing my hair. But I specifically got this aloe vera. It is 99.8% pure aloe. The 0.2% is sodium benzoate, which is a food preservative. And this is the most natural that I could find without it expiring quickly. I don't want a short shelf life for this. But if you didn't know, aloe vera is super hydrating and it's also anti-inflammatory. Anti-inflammatory is a key throughout this video. So if you know of things that are anti-inflammatory, incorporate those into your diet. I'll be incorporating aloe vera into my routine shortly, and I'm going to be making a video about that, so do stay tuned. But my plan so far has sort of been to use the rosemary water, and now I'm going to be using the aloe vera water, and I'm going to be spraying that directly onto my scalp. And then I follow that up with a hair oil. I think it's important to try to use as many natural ingredients as possible because we don't want to do anything that's going to further throw off our scalp pH or further cause our hair to dry out because our skin is already sensitive and irritated. Definitely look into creating your own DIY oil or purchasing an oil that only has natural or organic ingredients in it. Another thing that I feel like has been actually helping me out in this last week and a half since I've started paying attention to my scalp a little bit more seriously, because I did have some inflammation and I was experiencing more flakes than I would consider normal for me, is scalp massages. Scalp massages are great because they increase the blood flow to your scalp. So all of the nutrients that we talked about for the internal that we're getting that are now incorporated into our bloodstream, when you massage your scalp, it allows that blood to flow to your scalp and deliver those nutrients to your scalp so that we have increased cell turnover and so that our scalp can, grow hair more effectively and just be healthier overall. And the order again that I do this is I'll do my liquid, so my rosemary water or my aloe vera, then I'll follow up with my oil, and then I'll follow up with the scalp massage. And I usually like to set a timer on my phone for about 2 minutes, and I'll just make sure I'm massaging all the different areas of my scalp. It has definitely helped to reduce my itchiness, reduce my redness, reduce the amount of flakes that I have. And also, I'm just more content. I don't have to go in and scratch my scalp and cause it to be further irritated because I've set in place this routine. I do have a scalp massage video on my channel that has 3 different techniques of how you can massage your scalp, and I go a little bit more in depth about the benefits, and I get a little sciencey in there as well. So if you're interested in that video, that'll also be linked in the cards. If you haven't already by now, please do subscribe to my channel. Until next time, be blessed, stay hydrated, be productive. Peace out, y'all.